Good night, fellow punters. Little Christmas. Final day of Christmas today. Ladies' Day of Christmas. I hope all the ladies on the bus are getting well looked after, that all the gentlemen are looking after them today. This is the last night of the lights. The next time you'll see them behind me and the lights flashing on the ceiling will be hopefully next Christmas if we're here hale and hearty. I was in Tullamore today at a match, the All-Ireland Junior semi-final. Listowel Emmets, I think that's the fourth or fifth match I was at this year. So the nearest one to home is only about an hour and 15 or that, an hour and 20. So we're playing Lahardan from Mayo, the one snug enough. The reason I had to go is, I just say the channel's tech man is playing, but he played in the last 3 games and was top scorer in the last match. He's a left-footed free taker, and he was dropped for today's match. And I couldn't understand it really. And they got 2 frees in the first half and a right-footed on his side of the field where he'd be taking them, and a right-footed kicker with his left hip to the right post. Kick one over the bar and kick the other one wide. And 2 matches ago, he wasn't that hectic and he was substituted at half time. Another guy came in. That guy was starting today and he was brutal in the first half. And I thought at half time it would be a reverse substitution today, that he would come on at half time. But no, that guy was left on for another 20 minutes in the second half and another sub went in ahead of him. So I don't know what's going on with them in the club. As someone watching it with no bias at all, sort of, you might think I have, but I don't. I always call matches as I see them. I thought he'd be playing the one-handedly anyway. They're playing in Croke Park next week. It's on Sunday, junior and intermediate. I'll probably go. Hopefully he might be starting the next day, but anyway, he'll come on at some stage. Great to see them get to Croke Park. But I'd have preferred to see him starting today. As a result, I didn't see, the only 2 races I seen was, I seen Old Soul. And didn't jump near as good as the last day. I thought the heavy ground was suit and went out in front and just didn't ping them like I thought, especially on the far side coming down. I didn't see Abbeydale. I seen the result. I didn't even look at it since our Space Voyage. I think that went off favourite and it came last. So I'll have to look at them again to see what happened. You'd have picked them thinking you're picking the right horse, but can they put 2 back-to-back performances together is the thing. Obviously they couldn't do it today. That other one then, what was it? Billy Webster. After a furlong, you could know that he was going to win. He went off a shade of odds on. He was 15-8 last night. So at least we got something into the wheelbarrow at the end of the day. Shout out to Ken Murray from Castle Mechanics. I think he's sunning himself in Spain. He likes getting a tan, this man. I was talking to Pat that works for them, or Porrick or Pee-wee or something like that. He's a long time apprentice, I think, with them. They do the fix. What do you call them? Oh God, I lost it. I'll think of it in a minute. I'll come back to it. But enjoyed the sun anyway. Out in Spain, Ken. He watches the channel apparently all the time. Forklifts. That's what they fix. Forklifts throughout Ireland. That's the books. Castle Mechanics. On to tomorrow. There's an inspection at Naas in the morning, and there's -2 or 3 -2 or -3 tonight, and there's heavy fog in the morning. So it mightn't go ahead. Someone was telling me a while ago that if the fog doesn't lift in time, that there's a good chance that it mightn't go ahead. So as a result, I went on to do 2 races in Kimpton and 1 in Wolverhampton in the event that Naas does not take place. There is a 3 mile, 1 furlong, the Sussex Stayers Handicap Hurl, Class 2, nearly 40k to the winner. Good little race that Call Me Lord, decent horse down through the years, an 11-year-old. Eldorado Allen, second in an Arkle years ago. He's 143, about 12 pounds, 11 or 12 pounds lower over hurdles. Has never ran this far over hurdles. On the blind side, decent horse too, 12 years of age. We'll be hoping that Ramo will run fairly well. That was second to Howling Mad Murdoch, the one that we might be looking at in the Pretemps. But there's a horse there, Transmission, trained by Neil Mulholland, only recently moved to England from Kieran Murphy, owned by Paul McKeown. Paul is a Sligo man, the owner of Impervious. He's a shrewdy, this book. I think they might have sent, this could be a plot job, I'm figuring. The first time it ran a handicap hurdle was the last day, and I went off at 18 to 1. And we'll have a look at it here. Not that awfully busy, I thought. Went up £3 for this effort as well. But there's carrying less than 10 stone tomorrow with the £5.
Up in May in
that's
the
it in the pink hat, the black.
Those. Look out, Zonda. Green sleeves making headway. Scum Luckleyeth at the second last is now a length leader to Top Cloud and wrapped up in May. Transmission and Zonda the next couple of runners as they move down then to the 11th and last flight. Scum Luckleyeth in front to Top Cloud. Transmission, the black jacket coming into it, wrapped up in May is behind those. They jump over the last. Top Cloud looking for a 4th win of the season, nearest to us. Scum Luckleyeth the far side. Transmission between those. They've 100 yards to go after 3 miles. Top Cloud and Scum Luckleyeth, these 2 greys battling it out. There's very little between them. The judge to split Top Cloud and Scum Luckleyeth. Transmission.
I think there's another few pounds in that horse. I got picked out as an each way bet. It's a 4 to 1 shot now. It goes out 9 to 2 or 5 to 1, and it stays the dead 8. Still back at each way. But it's on a featherweight there, like a 10 stone. With the £5, 9 stone 11. The Sussex National is on tomorrow. Won last year by Attican. I was looking at the stats there. If you look at it, you have to go back to 2014 to find a 9-year-old winning. It's either a 7 or an 8-year-old, and there's no 7-year-olds this year. There's 3 8-year-olds, and the rest are older than that. So taking that into account, it brings you down to 3 8-year-olds. Now, some people were saying, sure, that's a balls, but that's the way I pick the horses down through the years. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Like Rose of Arcadia is 9. Isio Madrick is 6. Blame the Game is 9. Esparti is 10. But the 3... That Foxborough one was won by a landslide the last time, wasn't 24 lengths or something. But the horse in there that we know a bit about, we backed it before and I'd done us a good turn, and it was awful unlucky once as well, at distance too short for it. This is the first time facing a trip this long. and it has a nice run at the course, is Dom of Mary. We'll go back to Plumpton here. This was 3-1.5, first run of the year. It looks like that this was a run on the course to get it geared up for this. Now this is as one paced as Molasses in January, but it looks like the 3-4 of the suit. It's the red hat. It's always at the back, but it stays on forever.
Moving closer, I see you well as they exit the back straight, and I see you well has moved through to lead. I see you
out
well
of the picture. See where it's in the red hat.
Mountain. Island Run comes next behind these, and just trying to get involved, squeezing through his Blade Runner off the final bend. Then behind these, Midnight Mary. I see you well with Blade Runner throwing down the challenge. Island Run comes next as Blade Runner becomes yet another new leader over the second last. Blade Runner from I see you well, right from the back of the field, trying to stay on Island Run, Midnight Mary, and Dom of Mary also running on stoutly late. But out in the lead, it is Blade Runner. I see you well in second place. Island Run and Dom of Mary. This is the last. Blade Runner over in the lead. I see you well trying to renew a challenge up the centre of the race course. But still, Blade Runner for Rex Dingle is proving strong enough. Blade Runner, Sorai beats Sorai. I see you well. Midnight Mary third. Dom of Mary.
The last run it had then, it was in Cheltenham, and it was going really well. Some of you remember the one that Melina's Girl won for Gavin Cromwell. But it finished sixth, was beaten 15 lengths. But it clouted 2 out, and it's Rose of Arcadia was behind it that day as well. But it was going really well. It would have finished probably fourth, I'd say, if it hadn't clouted that. It says they're almost in seated rider 2 out. It done a lot of damage to him because he went for the big one and it just didn't happen. But the tougher fences, these are ones he can ping. It opened at 11-2 earlier on. It's into 4-1 now. I had it down as an each way bet as well. It beat Rose of Arcadia in Cheltenham. That I have it as an each way play as well. It'll be going out to 9-2, 5-1 tomorrow. We'll go to Naas in a second, but there's one in Wolverhampton on the Goo. There's a Class 3 sprint tomorrow, 5 furlongs, 21 yards. A good little race this. We have our buddy from a few times there, Strong Johnson. It was second the last time. But I came down on Zarzyni, 7-year-old for David Barden. This used to be classy enough. Like, what is it now? It's 85. It's a long time ago since this was 85, if ever. Never at low before. Used to be with Mick Halford. Won first time out. But it ran on the Goo in Wolverhampton when it was 97. It was over 6 furlongs. Our old buddy was on it, Jamie Spencer. Where is he this weather? Is he on holidays or what? But he pulled the neck home at the start, way back at the back of the pack, and he closed like a train. But just watch both angles and I'll fast forward. No, I won't. But somebody can watch it if you want. But this is the way he closed. He doesn't mind the surface. But he pulled like a dog earlier on. And Spencer brought him back to last.
Turn in fourth position.
He's actually last now with the pink hat.
Towards the inside of Asad Jamera, then on the inside Zarzyni with a lot of running to do from there. Inside the final furlong now, Whittle the Woods in the centre has claimed the lead. Now Zarzyni is sent in chase, but he's running out of time. Whittle the Woods is out in front. Zarzyni is lunging, and it will be Whittle the Woods who gets his head in front for the 4th time this year.
How many times have we heard that Spencer coming and he's running out of time? But David Barden has a few winners got lately. 2 winners and a place out in the last 14 days from 7 runners. 4 in the air, so that's why he's drawn in trap 3. If your man fast pace Ross O'Ryan settle him. There's a good old horse from there. He hasn't ran for 527 days is Streamline. Actually, Streamline beat Zarzyni, didn't he, before? Zarzyni was third to him, wasn't he? He did. Yeah, and Summergan was second. The horse there, he's won 3. His favourite, actually, Diamond Spirit, but he's 82 now. And he started off there off 66. And them 3 were like, it's hard to win 4 in a row. Unless you're the Dubs. Steve, I'd say. What was the prices there, Zini? 72. He's a bit. I thought these were all each ways. Well, they'll probably go out each way players tomorrow, but anyway. We want to Naas. Hopefully he'll go ahead. I'd half planned to go, but I won't bother now. We'll Lawlers of Naas. This was won last year by Jam Kiley, who went off favourite for the race, the Royal Bond, and it was 4th. So, and Ginto won it the year before, and that had won a Group 2, or had been placed. It's no harm to get the experience of having ran in a graded race, a grade 2 instead of a Group 2, in a graded race prior to this, instead of coming just straight from a maiden hurdle. There's a lot of them there. Croke Park actually qualifies in that regard because that was a graded race, wasn't it? He won in Navan. It was a grade 3. But an each way bet I thought in it was on Tobar. It's a 7-1 shot, 9-1 in places, paying 3 places. Il Atlantique and Firefox, they met before. The one handy in maiden hurdles. But on Tobar went out in front. I think the staying effort like this will suit him. 7-year-old as well, bit of experience. Chamcali was a 7-year-old last year. No, not too many 7-year-olds win this, but that was the selection anyways as an each way bet in it. If this goes ahead as well, there is a 2 miles 3 and 24 yards race. Each way bet, they're paying 5, and a lot of them is American money for the Harty gang. It's rated 104. It won last 12 months ago in Punchestown, 95, and it sort of came back, I thought, to form the last 2 runs there behind Huntonbrook and Petite King. There's been each way's selection in that if it goes ahead. Now, if that goes ahead, you can leave out the Plumpton, or you can leave out those if you want. But I just wanted to make sure, if I just picked the 2 at Naas and it was called off, would have nothing sort of. So I hadn't planned to put up 5, and I don't know. There's no doubt about. No, there shouldn't be. Where are we here? Go back again. No. Alright. Anyway. Sinead, that's it. Bash the bookies, over and out.